Plate umpire is Bill McKinley of the American League. Phil Linz in the batter's box. Bob Gibson gets his sign. From his catcher, Tim McCarver, here is the first pitch of the ball game. Outside, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Yesterday's game won by the St. Louis Cardinals 9-5. Gibson delivers. Pops out of the glove of McCarver. It's high. It's ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. It's kind of an overcast day. It was a bright, sunshiny morning. It's become a little overcast, but it's great for the ball players. No high sky. They shouldn't have too much of a problem with the sky. Maybe the breeze towards right field. Linz takes it outside, and it's ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes on leadoff hitter Phil Linz. Linz yesterday was 0 for 4. Chokes up on that bat, takes a 3-0 pitch high, and he's on. Linz draws a base on balls. So the Yankees have a base runner at first base, and it brings up Bobby Richardson. Richardson, the right-hand hitter who can spray that ball. He can hit that ball behind that runner. They shade him towards right center field. The pitch is high. Ball 1, and Gibson with 5 straight bad pitches. White just standing on a bag. Gibson ready again at the belt. Here's a pitch. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Base runner at first base is Phil Linz. Richardson uses a heavy bat. They're moving the second baseman and the right fielder over towards the line. Johnny Keane and Red Shandanes. There's a strike. Curveball. McCarver was all set to fire that ball if Linz decided to run. They've got a hit-and-run combine going here with Linz and Richardson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. Curveball, strike 3. A breaking ball. Richardson called out on strikes, and it brings up Roger Maris. Young Tim McCarver switching off Gibson's fastball, finding out that he has better control of his curveball, has gone to it, and Gibson comes up with the strikeout. You know, that's the toughest thing about catching. Any catcher will tell you that. It's not catching the ball or blocking a plate. It's finding out what the pitcher's best pitch is that day. Gibson is a fastball pitcher, but so far his curveball has been his best pitch. Maris takes it inside corner, strike 1, and Gibson is out in front of Roger Maris. 1 strike. Phil Linz still at first base. Gibson with a hard slider, a good fastball, and a hard curveball. Really explodes. Dive bomber type. The pitch. High, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The outfield is deep. Way over in right center is Kurt Flood. A lot of room in direct center field and left center field. Lou Brock is over, but there's still plenty of room in center and left center. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Maris. Swung on down the left field line. It is going to be trouble if it stays fair. Foul ball. Oh, it'd have been running for about maybe a day and a half if that ball would have been fair, because Brock, we had just mentioned, was way over, and Maris did not get around on that ball.
Joe, you know, Roger Maris, you can count on one hand the balls had 8 hits to the left field side of second base during the course of the year, and that's bound to fool any left fielder.
And they, you know, the clubs all scout him, Phil, so they're playing him to pull that ball. And now Gibson is talking to Grote. He wants to move Brock over a little bit. And now Grote is sending out a message for Brock to move over. I tell you, Brock was way over in left center. If he'd have figured that run out at about 7 cents a mile, he'd have made some money. He was way over there.
Linz leads off first base. Gibson ready, the pitch. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and I mean he is firing that ball.
They use many expressions to describe a fastball pitcher. A hummer, flamethrower. He can pop that tee. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. And that brings up Mickey Mantle. You know, the supreme compliment for a pitcher when he can throw real hard is to say or ask, can he bring it in? And if the answer is yes, of course, he is outstanding. With Gibson, they say he can bring it in even on Sunday when the buses ain't running. So he can really throw. Here's Mantle. Did he swing? No, says Bill McKinley. And it's ball one. McCarver rubs up that baseball, but I think it's more to kind of cool off his hands. Yes, sir, Bob Gibson, a hard thrower. He plays good old country hardball. Not much strategy involved, just pump. Mantle waits. Linz leads off the pitch. Outside. Ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. The history of Gibson has been, too, which, of course, for Cardinal fans is great. Red Shandies is the one that pointed out to me. Gibson will just throw hard all day. Sometimes the fellow lose a little bit. Not this guy. Here's the 2-0 pitch. There's the strike. A breaking ball, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Phil Lynn still at first base. Mantle batting left-handed. Now McCarver goes out to pick up the scrap of paper. This is going to be one of the neatest World Series ever played. We don't have a speck in this ballpark because everybody is pitching in. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Gibson ready. The pitch. Swings, and he misses, and oh boy. If you want a capsule comment of this game, it'll be Gibson's strength, which is his fastball, against the strength of the Yankees, which is the ability to hit that fastball. It's strength against strength. Mel had a big, good cut at that ball. Gibson nods yes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Linz leads off first base. Gibson ready. The 2-2 pitch. Low and outside, and now Gibson. Thought he had it. And it's ball 3. Mickey Mantle up there, cool, calm, and collected, just surveyed that ball. Bill McKinley of the American League behind the plate, right on top of it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Linz at first base will pick up about 6 steps now since the count runs full. There are 2 outs. He'll be off and running. There he goes. The pitch is swung on and this he struck him out. Mantle out on strikes. And the score is New York nothing and St. Louis coming to bat. You know, just 8 years ago today, Don Larson pitched the only perfect World Series game ever. And talk about perfection, here's the way to get a perfect shave. The cleanest, quickest, easiest shave in the world. How? Well, let's go. First, splash on lots of water. Really wet those whiskers. And to make them even wetter, moisture-rich Gillette Foamy, regular or menthol. The only leading shaving cream with T34 hexachlorophene antiseptic. And now, the incomparable Gillette stainless steel blade. The easiest first shave of your life. Yes, Gillette guarantees you the best first shave and more superbly comfortable shaves per blade than with any other blade. Or your money back from Gillette. Quite a statement, quite a shave. Then top it off with crisp, refreshing Gillette Sun Up Aftershave. Smells better, feels better. Man, you put on a happy face. And you feel as good as you look. Mel Stottlemyre taking his warm-up tosses. Phil, how'd that Gibson sound to you?
That's pretty rapid, Joe. You know, I was talking to the Yankee hitters, and they say that the background is real good here to see the pitcher. But I guess Gibson overcomes that with that blazing speed. You're right. He doesn't throw slow curves or slow sliders.
I tell you, when he throws a slow curveball or a change of pace, I think the hitters jump 2-3 feet off the ground to make sure they can swing at it. They don't see that many. Kurt Flood in a batter's box. Yesterday's ball game won by the Cardinals 9-5. Mel Stottlemyre. Yogi Berra's choice to even up this series. The big right-hander delivers to Flood, who takes it outside, and it's ball 1. Bottom half of the first inning, the Yankees were down in order in the first, as Bob Gibson, after walking Phil Lynn, struck out the side Richardson, Maris, and Mantle. Stottlemyre delivers. It's inside, and it's ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Stottlemyre, big, tall right-hander, delivers to Flood. There's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Coaching at third base for the St. Louis Cardinals, it's Vern Benson. At first base, Joe Schultz. Stottlemyre delivers, swung on and missed. And it's strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stottlemyre won 9 ball games and lost 3. An earned run average of 2.16. Came up middle of the season for the Yankees and did quite a job. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. I guess on that pitching staff, Bill, it would have to be Stottlemyre and Ramos that really were the blowout patches that stopped it.
Oh, yeah, Yogi was looking for any way to sneak Ramos in on this World Series. Along with Stottlemyre, they'd have had a lot of help.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Foul tip. Curt Flood stays alive. The count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The flag is blowing out towards the right field pavilion, so it'll help the left-handed hitters. Three balls, 2 strikes. Flood waits. Foul tip again. You know, before the game, Johnny Keane was talking about some intrigue involved with these Cardinals. They have been getting letters and postcards from a Fifi Latour who has been predicting everything. Says she consults with mystics, and he was telling the writers all about it. It was really interesting to listen to it, predicting scores and everything. Oh, no, Phil. Bouncing ball foul. Vern Benson, it goes by him.
What'd she predict for the series, Joe?
She says it would take 5. She thinks the Cardinals in 5. Of course, Yogi don't believe it. He says they're going to have to play him. Oh, the writers are really having a field day with that kind of a story. She's been writing them for the last couple years. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Curveball, Cody. Flood is out on strikes as Stottlemyre really broke off a 3-2 curveball. Surprised he went to the curveball on 3-2.
Oh, Joe, I tell you, this kid has got so much poise, you'd think he'd be pitching in the big leagues for about 10 years. And as you know, being a catcher, you've got to have good control of that curveball to throw it on 3 and 2.
Guarantee you do. Here is Lou Brock. Brock, a left-hand hitter. Boyer comes in close outside, and it's ball 1. Clete Boyer protecting against the bunt. Brock tried to bunt yesterday. Mel Stottlemyre against Bob Gibson. Big right-hander's ready. The pitch to Brock. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Brock has his left wrist taped. He's got one finger bandaged. 2 balls, no strikes. There's a strike. Mel Stottlemyre. He's a very deliberate worker. He doesn't have a real fast wind-up. He just kind of gets his sign very slow and zoom. Here he comes again. Strike again on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So far, this has been a game of pitch and catch. Gibson struck out the side. Richardson, Maris, and Mantle. And Stottlemyre struck out Flood. And now he's got a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on. Pitch. Curveball outside. Full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Outfield straight away for Brock. Here is the payoff pitch. Swung on a bouncing ball. Stottlemyre has it. Over to first in time. Brock is out. That ball gets over Stottlemyre's head. It's a base hit. But Stottlemyre, a fine fielding play. And there are 2 outs, and there is Bill White. Bill White. Here is a pitch by Stottlemyre. It's a strike right down the middle. An overcast day, and it's a good day for the ball players because they can see the ball. There's the high sky. Joe, the score is New York nothing, St. Louis nothing. Well, Elston Howard's been a busy guy and had a chance to use that big bat of his. You know, Ellie started the season with a heavy bat, and then he changed to a light one in August. Then he switched back for the series. And this switch has helped him. You heard the ball game yesterday. And here's a move that'll really improve your day. Sun-Up Aftershave. Start your day with the new Gillette Sun-Up, and man, you'll put on a happy face. Sun-Up smells better, feels better. It's manlier. Right now, you can get a free sample bottle when you buy this Gillette World Series Special. The adjustable razor with the exclusive 9-position micrometer dial that lets you select the blade angle that matches your skin and beard exactly. Also, it contains a dispenser of sensational Gillette stainless steel blades. The only stainless blades engineered to fit this razor exactly. And every blade is guaranteed to give you the best first shave of your life. And more just like it, every blade, than with any other blade. Or your money back from Gillette. Adjustable razor with Gillette stainless steel blades, plus a free sample of crisp, refreshing Sun-Up. Just $1.50. Elston Howard with the big bat up there takes a curveball, and it's high, and it's ball one. That's a 38-ouncer that he's swinging. And in this day and age, that's a heavy bat, because everybody's using 31-ounces. Swings and misses, 1 ball and 1 strike, a slider. How heavy a bat you use, Phil?
Well, it's strange as it seems. I used to use a 36, but I choked up about a foot.
You had it right by the trademark. They hit from either end. Swings and misses, and a strike, 2. Howard gets that big bat around all right. It's a thick handle bat. I picked it up before the game. In fact, I think in the off-season they string telephone wires on it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Gibson against Howard. No score. Gibson delivers. Curveball fouled off, out of play. Bounces back into the stands. And somebody's got a World Series souvenir. The outfield shades Howard towards right center field. Once again, a lot of room in left center. They don't expect him to pull Gibson. Curveball. Howard give it the how do you do as it stayed inside. Kind of expected that curveball to break more than it did. Stiff breeze blowing towards right field. It'll really help the ball hit towards right field. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. That's 4 strikeouts in a row for Bob Gibson. And here is Joe Pepitone. Pepitone, a left-hand hitter. Gibson just pouring it on. He is stacking that lumber. Rearing back and firing. Great arm. He has struck out 4. Stottlemyre has struck out 2. Pepitone, batting left-handed. Waiting for the pitch from Bob Gibson. Right-hander has a sign. Here it is. Low, ball 1. Gibson puts so much effort into every pitch that he kind of falls towards the first base side of the mound, but he's a good fielder. Curveball, a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Pepitone waiting. Bob Gibson. There's a line drive. Kenny Boyer leaps and makes a sensational play. Joe Pepitone line hard to Kenny Boyer at third base, who leaped high to make a fine play. Pepitone hit that ball right on the nose. Looked like it was certain extra bases, but Boyer, once again, just taking up right where he left off yesterday, made a fine play. And here is Tom Tresh with 2 outs and nobody on. And there's the strike. One strike, no balls. Tresh wearing a glove on his left hand. Waits, and here's Gibson's pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. with some friendly needling between the Boyer brothers yesterday. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Tap foul, strike two. The feet of the ball looked like it was going to be a home run. He got second base when it was caught, and Kenny hollered over to him. You got to pull that ball in this ballpark, babe. Tremendous story at that. Brother against brother. Here is the pitch by Gibson. Way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I'll tell you, that McCarver will be opening doors with his right hand tonight. That left hand will be soaking. 2-2 pitch, tap foul. You know, you just use a little sponge. That glove looks big, but the pocket, it's only 2 pieces of leather. And a little old sponge, and everybody tells you, oh, it don't hurt. No, my hand is always swollen this much. Here's the 2-2 pitch now by Gibson. Tap foul, a curveball. That's why you see a lot of catchers catch with the finger outside the glove. It's more for protection than anything else. Bob Gibson. Ready once again. Fresh weights. The pitch. Struck him out. 5 strikeouts for Bob Gibson. 2 again in this inning. 3 in the first inning. And the score is New York nothing, St. Louis nothing. Who's been using my right guard? Many a man has been asking that question lately. Today the whole family is using Gillette Right Guard Power Spray deodorant because nothing touches you but the spray itself. It's always your own personal deodorant. And 2 seconds gives you 24-hour protection. Right Guard's not a gummy roll-on, not a messy cream. It's a refreshing mist, cool and gentle, dries on contact. And remember, nothing touches you but the spray itself. Seems like families everywhere are switching to Right Guard because today it's America's #1 deodorant. And while we're talking about outstanding products, how about that Gillette stainless steel blade? Gillette guarantees the best first shave of your life and more superbly comfortable shaves every blade than with any other blade. Or your money back from Gillette. Discover for yourself the matchless uniformity of Gillette stainless steel blades. Ken Boyer, Dick Grote, and Tim McCarver to lead it off in the bottom of the second inning. Nothing. The only base runner for the Yankees was Phil Lind. He walked, and there have been 5 strikeouts in the line-out. The Cardinals went down in order 1, 2, 3. 2 strikeouts and 1 right back to Stottlemyre in that first inning. So here we go. Mel Stottlemyre against Ken Boyer. Curveball is strike. Boy, so far, and it's very, very early, but a quick indication that both pitchers appear to have real good stuff. Boyer, a bouncy ball, limbs it short, has it. Here's the throw. Boyer's out. So with 1 out, here is Dick Grote. Grote, a very effective hitter at all times, but especially so with men on, so you like to pitch with no base runners because he likes to break up that infield with hit-and-run plays, and a man getting on in front of him is what he looks for. But he doesn't have him this time as Boyer went out, and so Grote against Stottlemyre is the battle. The pitch. Strike. Boy, Phil, the way that Stottlemyre and Gibson's going, they're the kind of guys you want to pitch on getaway day. They don't waste any time.
They sure don't, Joe.
Bouncing ball. Third baseman Clete Boyer has it over to first, and there are 2 outs. Well, as you heard Phil Rizzuto talking about it, Stottlemyre's sinker ball will get a lot of ground balls. There have been 5 hitters up, 2 strikeouts, and 3 ground balls. Here is Tim McCarver now. Tim had a big day yesterday. Had a triple and a double, scored a run. Left-handed hitter, Tim McCarver. Outfield straight away. Boyer is shading at third. The pitch to McCarver is outside, ball 1. A lot of responsibility on this young man's shoulders. He is calling the pitches. 22 years old, first year really in the big league. They're all last year. But off and on. Here is the curveball strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. But he has really taken charge. So this Stottlemyre's curveball is surprising me. I don't think it was that good.
He does have a good one. He didn't use it near as much during the season as he's using it today, Joe.
1-1 pitch. Fouled off. Strike 2. You don't think he may have changed a little bit because of the scouting reports?
Could very well be. They are kept a pretty good secret, but Yogi got them, and he could very well have changed.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. Bottom of the 2nd inning. Stottlemyre delivers. Curveball misses. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stottlemyre tried to throw that ball the outside part of the plate, hoping that McCarver would give up on it, and it would break over and catch the outside corner. But it missed completely, and the count evens out at 2-2. 2 outs and nobody on. No score. Time is called now. And I'll bet you some smart bench jockey hollered it's 1:30. 2-2 pitch now. Bouncing ball. Runs to his right nicely. He has it. The long throw. He gets him. A fine stretch by Joe Pepitone. McCarver can get down that line. But Pepitone stretched it out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. The score is New York nothing, St. Louis nothing.
To look and feel sharp, use the stainless blade. That's how sell all the others made in 12 blades. While the price is low, it's a special from Gillette. Let's go.
Here's your opportunity to save 28 cents and get weeks of shaving comfort. It's a Gillette World Series special. 2 6-blade dispensers. That's 12 incomparable Gillette stainless steel blades for just $1.50. Now's the time for you men who may not have tried this sensational blade to find out why it's the #1 seller by far. You're guaranteed the best first shave and more superbly comfortable shaves every blade than with any other blade for your money back from Gillette. 12 stainless steel blades for only $1.50. You save 28 cents.
Get 12 blades while the price is low. It's a special from Gillette. Let's go.
Clete Boyer leads it off. Boyer, Stottlemyre, and Phil Linz as we go into the top half of the 3rd inning. Clete, right-handed hitter, waits, and here's Gibson's pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Boyer yesterday 1 for 4 and scored a run. Gibson ready again. Bouncing ball, right side. Maxwell at second base. Over. He has it. White, 1 out. Maxwell to White, and there's 1 out. As Boyer hit one off the end of the bat, broke his bat, a slider. And here is Mel Stottlemyre. What kind of hitter is he, Phil?
Well, Joe, the next to last game he pitched, he had 5 for 5.
I thought it was really an error in the paper till I saw it again.
He made it look easy.
5 for 5. Well, we'll have to say he's a pretty good hitter. Here's a pitch. There's a strike. 5 for 5. That's usually a good 2.5 years for a pitcher. Gibson ready again. Swung on and missed. He had a good cut. Bob Gibson, he's pitching like he's trying to catch the 5-15. Here's a 2-strike pitch. Strike 3. Bob Gibson has 6 strikeouts. There are 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. And it brings up Phil Linz, who was the only base runner. He drew a base on ball to open the game. Pepitone has hit the only ball hard. A fine play by Boyer, line drive. And Clete Boyer bounced out. The rest strikeouts. Linz takes a strike. As Bob Gibson gets the sign and throws a strike. And here he comes again. Line drive. That is a base hit. Right center field. Over fast is Kurt Flood. Up with the ball. Linz a wide turn. Holds now. He makes a big turn around first base. As you can hear that reaction from the crowd. That kid doesn't take anything for granted, I'll tell you that. When he makes that turn, if you bobble it just a little bit, he's gone.
Joe, you know, Phil Linz before the game said he was going to use Howard's heavy bat today and just punch the ball. Yesterday he used a light bat, and he said it was way out in front of Sadecki.
It certainly paid off for him as he punched that one. He's got a good lead. Richardson waits, swung on. Fly ball, left field, Brock coming over fast. He can't get it. Base hit. Bobbles the ball by him. Linz may try to score. They're going to hold him at third now, though, as in the second base goes Bobby Richardson. Frank Crossetti way up the line as Phil Linz really digging hard. When he saw Brock bobble that ball, Linz had an idea about scoring, but could not score, and it's a two-base hit for Bobby Richardson. So quickly, the Yankees have base runners at second and third, 2 outs, and here is Roger Maris. That ball took a crazy hop in left field. Good base running. Linz, I tell you, I thought he was going to come around. Crossetti, 3/4 of the way up the line, stopped him. Here's the pitch to Maris. Swung on, foul ball, out of play. Nobody can get it. Upper deck, beyond the bullpen in left field. After 2 easy outs, Phil Linz lined hard to right center field. Richardson lined hard to left field. 1 strike count, 0-0 ball game. Top of the third, Bob Gibson delivers. Swung on and fouled back again. Up in the super deluxe boxes that they have here. Now McCarver goes out to talk to Bob Gibson. In a spot like this, you want to make sure if your pitcher's going to waste the ball, where he's going to waste it. If he's going to be high and inside, or if he's going to stay away from him. As fast as Gibson is, you don't want to leave anything to chance. Or if he's going to go for the strikeout. You want to know that, too, certainly. All set now. Here is the 2-strike pitch to Maris. Swung on, a bouncing ball. The shortstop, Grote, has it. The play's going to be to first base in time. Maris bounces out, Grote to right. That ends the inning. And the score is New York 0 and St. Louis 0. Men, wouldn't you like to start the day with the best shave in the world? The quickest, easiest shave a man can get? Here's how. All you need is hot water. Lots of it. And then the shaving cream that super saturates your beard throughout your shave. Extra rich Gillette Foamy, America's only leading shaving cream that cleanses your skin with K34 hexachlorophene antiseptic while you shave. And to look sharp and feel sharp, use the Gillette stainless steel blade. Gillette guarantees you the best first shave of your life, and more superbly comfortable shaves every blade than with any other. Or your money back from Gillette. Clean, close shaves, blade after blade after blade. And for a perfect ending, Gillette's crisp new Sun Up. Smells better, feels better. Splash on a dash, and you put on a happy face. Matchless shaving comfort from Gillette, the people who know men best. Bottom half of the third inning, 0-0. Mel Stottlemyre against Bob Gibson. And Mike Shannon, who undoubtedly will get a big hand from this crowd for that home run he hit yesterday. Mike Shannon, the hitter. Stottlemyre ready. Shannon waits. Swung on. High dive. Left field. In past the stretch. Can't get it. A base hit. Mike Shannon with a base hit. First pitch. And he breaks Stottlemyre's streak. Just as Phil Linz broke Bob Gibson's streak. So Shannon is on. Maxwell is the hitter. Maxwell can handle that bat. Bob Gibson, a pretty good hitter, is up next. See how they'll play it. Shannon has good speed. Boyer is in close. He is looking for the bunt. Here's the pitch. Maxwell swings and fouls one off. He was not going to bunt on that one. Vern Benson, the third base coach, goes through a series of signs. They've got a hit-and-run combine going. Maxwell, a good man. You'd almost want to pitch out on general principles with these two guys going. Let's see what happens. Watch Shannon. There's a quick throw. Stottlemyre's thinking about it. Howard is ready. Cardinals with good speed and good men who can handle that bat. Shannon a good lead. We'll watch him. Stottlemyre at the belt. He holds. Swung and missed by Maxville. And a strike two. 2 strikes. No balls. The hit and run play is not a play that you try to keep a big inning going by first and third situation. You use it to try to stay away from the double play, which will wreck you. Here's a pitch. Swung on. Base hit. Left field by Maxville. Shannon rounds second base. Pulls up his strike. Fires that ball into third. Cut off by Phil Lynn. So the Cardinals have base runners. First and second, and Bob Gibson is the hitter. And his crowd comes to life. Bob Gibson. We were with us yesterday. The Yankees pulled off that play, tried it, where Linz, the shortstop, will break towards third base. Let's see what happens at the belt. Stottlemyre. Linz, they're going to bunt outside. Ball one. Watch the possible throw at second base on the part of the Yankees. Howard likes to throw that ball. Pepitone is coming in very fast at first base. Clete Boyer at third has to hold. Good speed on the bases. Mike Shannon at second base. Del Maxville is at first base. Nobody out. Stottlemyre ready. Gibson waits. Here comes Boyer in. Gibson's going to bunt. Punts it right in front of the plate. Up with the ball is Howard. His plays at first base. Over to Richardson in time. A beautiful bunt. And now Richardson runs the ball in as Shannon at third base started to make a bluff run towards the plate. So Bob Gibson with a perfect bunt moves the men into scoring position. Shannon over to third. Maxville to second. There's one out, and Kurt Flood is the hitter.
Joe, he can get down that line as fast as anybody I've seen on the Cardinals.
I tell you, Bill, there are many on the Cardinal club that in a foot race will go with Gibson. He almost had himself a base hit. Kurt Flood, who was out on strikes his first time up. Base runners at second, third, a full windup by Stottlemyre. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's a bouncy ball. Phil Lynn has the ball. The runner will score. The throw is in time. Flood is out at first base, but the Cardinals lead 1-0 as Mike Shannon comes in to score. Maxville takes third. That ball was not hit hard. And the Cardinals jump out to a 1-0 lead. Flood out from Linz to Pepitone. Gets a run batted in on the play. And here is Lou Brock with Del Maxville at third base. Brock bounced out his first time up. Waits, swings, right back at Stottlemyre. He has it over to first in time. That ball was hit like a shot. He is not hurt. Made the play to first, and the inning is over. So the score is St. Louis 1 and New York nothing. Want the cleanest, easiest shaves in the world? The best first shave of your life? Try the Gillette stainless steel blade, and you'll find out after one stroke why it's the #1 seller by far. Yes, Gillette guarantees you the best first shave of your life, and more just like it, every blade than with any other blade, or your money back from Gillette. Here's superb shaving satisfaction, blade after blade, dispenser after dispenser. The Gillette stainless sets a new standard for shaving comfort. See for yourself. And we pause 30 seconds for station identification.
WGY, WGFM, Schenectady. You know, a foul ball is an exasperating hit for a ball player. It's like mixing a drink with tap water. Sure, you get something, but no zip and no score. Now, when you mix with Saratoga Vichy, you get a real home run, a mixed drink that has flavor and taste appeal. Saratoga Vichy has a distinctive dry taste that goes well with any favorite beverage. Next time you want to mix with the best, say no to rough drinks on the rocks. Say, make mine with Saratoga Vichy with a bright yellow label.
And leads it off with the Yankees. Top of the fourth inning, Bob Gibson. Here is the first pitch. It's a strike. Yankees, no runs, 2 hits. Cardinals, 1 run, 2 hits. 1-0, top of the fourth. Mantle wants to take a look at that baseball. Mantle was out on strikes in the first inning. Gibson has struck out 6. Stottlemyre struck out 2. And as Phil Rizzuto told us earlier, look for the ground ball, and that's what they've been doing against Stottlemyre. Here is the pitch to Mantle. Swung on and missed. And it's strike 2. That was the first slow pitch that Bob Gibson has thrown in this game. A real slow curveball. And I can't imagine that shock had as much to do as anything else on that pitch. 2-strike pitch to Mantle. He was going to bunt, takes it high, ball 1. You know, Mantle can bunt with 2 strikes and does it very effectively.
He's the greatest I've ever seen, Joe, doing that great eye, bunting with 2 strikes on him.
Mickey Mantle. Here is the 1-2 pitch by Gibson. High, ball 2. Say, this Mantle, you watch that fellow dressed in the clubhouse, and you just wonder how he does it. He tapes both legs. Looks like a half a mummy act when he gets ready to play. Yeah, it's all taped up. You look at him in a uniform, you think he's posing for one of those before, and after ads. Here's the 2-2 pitch outside, ball 3. Now it's a full count on Mickey Mantle. 1-0. The Cardinals are out in front. Breeze is blowing out towards right field. Overcast day, but a nice day for baseball. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Foul tip, and that got Bill McKinley, the umpire. Boy, those little nicks like that, those are the kind that really sting. Woo. Make you flunk the cavity test. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 4th, 1-0. Cardinals lead. Cardinals won yesterday 9-5. Pitch. Strike is called. Mantle is out on strike. That's 7 strikeouts for Bob Gibson. And that brings up Elston Howard. Bob Gibson has struck out 7. Here is the pitch by Gibson. Swung on and fouled off. Strike 1. Bob Gibson. Ready now. The pitch to Howard. Low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bill McKinley behind the plate of the American League. Ken Burkhardt at first base, National League. Hank Soar, American League, is at second base. Vinnie Smith is at third base. Frank Sikori, who was behind the plate yesterday, is down the right field line. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled off again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And down the left field line from the American League, Al Smith. All the umpires rotating this time. They work different bases or different positions every game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-0. Cardinals lead. Here comes Gibson. Inside and high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And you can hear the crowd kind of umpire on that play. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count now. Here's the pitch to Howard. Sidearm. Swung on. Hot shot. Down in left field corner. Extra bases. Here goes Elston Howard. Rounding first base. Brock is up with the ball. And Howard goes into second base with a double. Bob Gibson sidearmed Elston Howard. Got the ball inside. And if you get that ball inside, it makes a real room service pitch out of it. And Howard really jumped on it. And Bongo down that line. He's on his second. Here is Joe Pepitone. Got to get that ball outside when you sidearm him.
That is a bad pitch, Joe, when you get it inside, because the batter's stepping in the bucket anyway, and it's right in his power.
Joe Pepitone now with Elston Howard in scoring position. Gibson ready. The pitch. Curveball high. Ball 1. Cardinals scored on a single by Shannon, a single by Maxwell, a beautiful sacrifice bunt, and a bouncing ball hit by Flood, which he was thrown out at first, and Shannon scored. Now Howard at second. Pepitone waits. Whoa, down he goes. He waited just a bit too long. The ball was by him before he went down. He's high and inside. He's kind of jamming with the ball. It's kind of a delayed reaction. Though it's 2 balls and no strikes. They play Pepitone straight away. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed strike one. On defense, watch the center fielder when you go to the ballpark, and he'll give you the tip-off as to how they're playing a fella. And many times on how they're trying to pitch him, whether it be inside or outside. Flood is directly behind the bag in center field, straight away. 2-1 pitch. A looper, left field. It's going to be trouble. Brock coming in fast. He can't make the play. It gets by him. Up with the ball is the shortstop. Grote throws to second. Elston Howard stops at third base and does not score. Crosetti stopped him. As Grote eventually came up with that ball, Brock could not come up with the ball. It got by him, a little looper. Grote threw the ball to second. It's a double for Pepitone. Elston Howard could not break off second base. He was fearful of a catch by Brock, so he waited to see the ball land, and with one out, Crosetti put the red light up to stop Elston Howard. Oh, now there's a conference on the mound. Bill White, Bob Gibson, and Tim McCarver as Tom Tresh is the hitter with base runners at second and third and one out. So we have a little bit of an oddity, Phil. 2 doubles and nobody scored.
Well, it was a tough play for Crosetti to call, Joe, because it looked like when Grote came up with the ball, he had a chance to fire home.
Now they're going to put the hitter Tresh on to load the bases to set up a double play situation. And it'll be up to Clete Boyer. You know that Brock all year long has been making catches that a lot of people gave up on when the ball was hit. And you could see Elston Howard had been told that many, many times. He waited to see that ball hit. It was a real fine hustling play by Dick Grote. He got out there a long way.
You're right, Joe. He came from the shortstop spot to fairly deep left field to come up with that ball.
So now the bases are loaded. Clete Boyer is at first base. Joe Pepitone is at second base. Elston Howard is at third base. Tom Tresh, rather. Clete Boyer is the hitter. Tresh at first base. Pepitone at second. And Elston Howard at third. Gibson is ready. Clete Boyer waits. Swung on and missed strike one. Cardinals intentionally walking Tom Tresh to set up a double play situation. One out. Clete Boyer, the hitter. Cardinals leading 1-0, top of the fourth. Gibson slowing down his pace just a bit. Ready now. Swung on, a fly ball, center field. Kurt Flood coming in. He makes the catch. Howard tags up. Here comes the throw. It is cut off by Bill White, and the ball game is tied up 1-1. As Clete Boyer comes up with a sacrifice fly to drive in Elston Howard. And it's a 1-1 ball game, and it brings up Mel Stottlemyre. Pepitone still at second base. Tresh is still at first base. There are 2 away, and Stottlemyre the hitter. A sacrifice fly by Clete Boyer. We're all tied up here in the top of the first. Gibson at the belt delivers. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Hey, that's Stottlemyre. He swings like he knows what that bat's for. Pepitone edging off second. Tresh off first. The 1-strike pitch by Gibson. High. 1 ball and 1 strike. One, all tied up here. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2. They don't expect Stottlemyre to be able to pull the ball as Flood is shallow and in right center. Shannon is not too deep in right field. The deepest man is Brock in left field. A lot of room in left center field. Infield is straight away. 2-1 pitch by Gibson. High, and it's ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now. Stottlemyre takes a look down at Crosetti. See how Yogi wants to play this. Will he turn him loose and hit a 3-1 cripple pitch, or will he have him taken? Gibson at the belt. Here's the pitch. Stottlemyre swings and misses strike 2, and there is the best endorsement I can see for a pitcher. He turned him loose on 3-1, and he had a real good cut. So it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The base runners will be off. Pepitone off second, Tresh off first. There they go. The pitch is swung on and missed. He struck him out. Stottlemyre is out on strikes. That's the 8th strikeout for Bob Gibson. That ends the inning. And the score is St. Louis 1 and New York 1. Talk about speed, about base runners. You have to bring up that name of Lou Brock and even Bob Gibson. Brock especially. He's got speed, and more speed. And you might take a leaf out of Brock's book and latch on fast to this World Series special from Gillette. It's a bargain opportunity to find out how clean and easy and smooth shaving can be. It's your chance to get 2 6-blade dispensers of Gillette stainless steel blades, 12 of them for only $1.50 and save 28 cents. That's weeks and weeks, yes, months of incomparable shaves. But it'll only take 1 stroke to find out why this blade is America's #1 seller by far. Gillette guarantees you the best first shave of your life and more superbly comfortable shaves every blade than with any other blade. Or your money back from Gillette. Look for this World Series special, but act fast. 12 Gillette stainless steel blades for only $1.50. You save 28 cents. Ken Boyer and Dick Gross to lead it off. We're all tied up here in St. Louis. Cardinals won the first game 9-5. Cardinals broke the ice here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Yankees came right back in the top of the 4th. That's the kind of series this is going to be. Both these ball clubs really had to battle to get into this World Series. And this constant battle will just continue. Mel Stottlemyre against Bill White. Here's the pitch. White swings. It's a bouncy ball. Pepitone over. Far to his right. The pitcher will have to cover. The throw in time. Nice play. Pepitone really ranged far to his right. And Mel Stottlemyre got off that mound in a hurry and got the very fast Bill White. So there is 1 out, and here's Ken Boyer. Boy, that's a play they practice in spring training hour after hour, and you wonder even why they practice it so much. Then you see a play like that last one, and you know why. Low ball 1 to Ken Boyer. New York 1, St. Louis 1, bottom of the 4th inning. Mel Stottlemyre against Bob Gibson. Boyer takes it outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Elston Howard with that kind of trapper's glove he's got back there. He can really handle that thing. He never makes a pitcher look wild. He's just reaching around like he's sitting in a rocking chair. There's a ball well hit to center field. Back goes Maris. Back. He's got room. Makes the catch right in front of the 425-foot marker. There was the hardest ball hit yet. Dead center field. Roger Maris got a good jump and hauled it in. Ed Maris really been playing good defensive ball for you, too. I was surprised when I really found out how well-rounded a ball player Maris is, Phil.
That's true, Joe. He has been underrated defensively, and he's got one of the strongest and most accurate throwing arms in the big leagues, and he's going to be the Yankees center fielder for many years to come.
So there are 2 outs, and here is Dick Gross. That was the first fly ball, by the way. Curve ball outside, ball 1. Shannon a base hit. Maxwell a base hit. Flood got the RBI when he bounced out. Grote picked it over the inside corner, strike 1. The Yankees got it on 2 doubles and a sacrifice fly. All tied, 1-1. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. 1-1 pitch. Outside and high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Young Mel Stottlemyre. He did such a great job for the Yankees. Out on that mound. He's a cool, deliberate worker. The pitch. Swung on. Bouncing ball. Foul. Right off Dick Grote's foot. Oh, boy. The bunions are really barking. He's hopping around like he didn't get all the dance lessons. Oh, he's going to be late tonight. He is walking around. That left foot is really talking to him. The bunions are barking. Hang in there, Richard. The Yankee bench kind of giving it to him a little bit. He's going to be about 20 minutes late for the dance tonight. He's scratching it. You don't care how many people are looking at him. It hurts. I don't blame him. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Dick Grote is the hitter. Stottlemyre ready. Here's the pitch. Whoops, almost got him. It stayed inside. The curveball didn't break, and it's a full count of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, when you hit yourself on the toe like that, Phil, it always seems like it's the hardest ball you've hit all day.
You get good wood on it, Joe.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Stottlemyre ready. Here's the pitch. Inside and high, and Grote draws the base on balls. He's on at first base. That is the first walk given up by Stottlemyre. Brings up Tim McCarver. All tied up here. New York won. St. Louis won. Bottom of the 4th. Cardinals won the first game, 9-5. We've got a good pitcher's battle on hand here today. Gibson against Stottlemyre. All tied, 1-1. McCarver, a left-hand hitter up there. Play him straight away. Maybe a shade towards right field. Swung on, bouncing ball up the middle. Linz is there. Nice play behind second. Over to first in time. He ended up at the second base spot as he went far to his left to make a fine play to retire McCarver. And the score is New York 1 and St. Louis 1. Men, would you like the cleanest, quickest, easiest shaves in the world? It's really very simple. First, splash on lots of hot water. Really wet those whiskers. And then make them even wetter with moisture-rich Gillette Foamy, regular or menthol. Its tiny moisture bubbles supersaturate your beard. And Gillette Foamy is the only leading shave cream containing K34, hexachlorophene antiseptic. It cleanses your skin while you shave. Now, for the easiest first shave of your life, slip an incomparable Gillette stainless steel blade in your Gillette adjustable razor. And discover why this blade has become the #1 seller by far. Gillette guarantees you more superbly comfortable shave every blade than with any other blade, or your money back from Gillette. And every shave can have a perfect ending. Splash on a dash of refreshing sun-up aftershave. Smells better, feels better, manlier. Women like it, too. That's it for real shaving luxury. Foamy, Gillette stainless steel blades, and new sun-up aftershave. Bob Gibson against Bill Linz. Linz had a base hit. Last time up, the pitch is a curveball in the outside corner, and it's strike 1. Interesting what Phil brought up, that Linz went to a heavy bat to punch that ball. Got a base hit with it. He takes a curveball outside, and we're even up at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Bob Gibson in a 1-1 ball game, hooked up with young Mel Stottlemyre. Time is called again. Now we're ready. Linz is back in the box. Flood fairly shallow in center field. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, a bouncing ball up the middle. Grote to his left. Has a nice play over to first in time. Nice play by Bill White as he was able to hold his foot on the bag. Grote roamed far to his left. And there is 1 out. And it brings up Bobby Richardson. Pretty good plays so far, Phil.
Certainly are. This fast infield, boy, how they get to that ball, I'll never know.
Here is Bobby Richardson. The pitch by Gibson. Low. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Bouncing ball foul. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Gibson's from the old school. He figures that if he doesn't have his good stuff, there's no sense fooling around and prolonging the agony. And if he's got his good stuff, turn it loose. He doesn't waste any time. He grabs that ball and he pumps it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled off again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Spectators scrambling for that baseball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 1-1 ball game. Here's the pitch by Gibson. Swung on, a little looper. Dick Grote is going out fast. Lou Brock is coming in. And Dick Grote, a sensational catch by Dick Grote with his back to the infield. Oh, what a play that was. A little looper. And at full speed with his back to the infield. He caught that ball over the shoulder. And his momentum carried him about 15 more feet. A fine play by Dick Grote. There are 2 outs. Roger Maris, the hitter, with 2 outs. He holds up in time. Phil, I guess the toughest thing about a play like that is really not catching the ball, but when you hear those thundering feet of the other guy, you think you're going to get a hit, huh?
That's right. You got to look out for those outfielders.
Here's the pitch. 0-2. Do you get a chance to holler the guys off on a play like that?
No, you really don't, Joe. But what amazed me was Grote, who was not real fast, got such a quick jump on that ball. He's got the sure hands.
He got out there in real good shape. 2 balls, no strikes. Roger Maris swings and fouls 1 back. You think a guy like Grote maybe breaks on the signal, like he sees McCarver give the sign, he maybe breaks soon?
Definitely. He reminds me of Lou Boudreau, who couldn't move too well, but knew how to play each hitter, and on each sign he'd be ready to break right, left, in, or back.
Is that what you did?
No, I was a little faster than Grote, Joe.
Popped up down the left field line. Lou Brock is coming in. He's calling for the ball, and he makes the play. So Maris flies to Brock in left field. Now gives Dick Grote a nice hand for that sensational play. And at the middle of the 5th inning, the score is New York 1 and St. Louis 1. The first half of today's game has been brought to you by the Gillette Safety Razor Company. The second half of today's game is brought to you by Chrysler Corporation. Today's host, Plymouth.
Plymouth Roaring 65. Big plush Plymouth Fury. Swinging Belvedere. Compact Valiant. Fastback Barracuda. 4 new kinds of Plymouth. 60 models in all. Roaring 65. Roaring 65. Plymouth Fury. Plymouth Belvedere. Plymouth Valiant. Plymouth Barracuda. The Roaring 65. Now at your Plymouth dealers.
Mike Shannon to lead it off, and now to bring you the rest of the way, here is Phil Rizzuto.
Thank you, Joe, and it's the bottom third of the order that did the damage for the Cardinals. In the 3rd inning, Shannon takes a pitch low and away, ball 1. Shannon single to left field and has scored the Cardinal 1 run in the ball game. His nickname out here is the Moon Man, and he almost hit one to the moon yesterday. A tremendous home run. Stottlemyre ready. The right-handed pitch is low, ball 2, 2-0. When Stottlemyre is missing, it's usually just below the knees or a little bit outside or inside. Clete Boyer guarding the line at 3rd. Outfield straight away on Shannon, a tall, slender right-hand batter. The 2-0 delivery is in there, strike call, 2-1. On deck, Dal Maxville. 1-1 the score. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Stottlemyre's 2-1 delivery. Ground ball to the right side. Richardson to his left. Has it one-handed. Flips off balance in time. One away. And Shannon was trying to go that way as Richardson was shading him a little bit over towards second base. That'll bring up Darryl Maxwell, who singled to left field in the third inning. His first World Series hit, filling in for Julian Javier, who was injured, the regular second baseman for the Cardinals. On deck, Bob Gibson. Stottlemyre's pitcher on the ground, a big hopper to Boyer. He's got it. Fires to Pepitone. It's 2 out. Oh, 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And it brings up Bob Gibson, who laid down a beautiful sacrifice bunt in the third inning to move the runners along. Two out, nobody on. Stottlemyre kicks, delivers a curve swing and a miss, strike one. He missed that one by a foot. I guess a lot of times, Joe, those pitchers go up and guess for that fastball and go for the long ball.
You know how they talk about it. Gibson's got pretty good power.
He should have, big as he is. There's a ball hit to center field for a base hit. And it sounded like he broke the bat on that one, hit it right off the end of the bat. But a single right over second into center field. And that's the third hit for the Cardinals in the ball game. Brings up Kurt Flood, who struck out. Bounced to the shortstop, but got credit for a run batted in as he drove in Mike Shannon in the third inning. Right hand hitting Kurt Flood. Score tied at 1-1. Gibson with a short lead off first. Stottlemyre delivers. It's low and outside. Ball 1. Well, the Cardinals are not sacrificing any speed on the bases with Gibson out there. And with Flood up and Brock to follow. And then White. Man, they got guys that can fly. The stretch, the pitch is a little bit low. Ball 2. 2-0. Flood had a triple and a single. 2 runs batted in and scored a run in yesterday's ball game. Finished the regular season batting .311. 2 men are out. Stottlemyre stretches. His pitch, a ground ball bouncing towards Richardson. Bobby on a short hop. Nice play. Tags the bag for the unassisted force play. And Richardson took that ball on a real short hop. Could have been trouble. And the score at the end of the 5th inning, the Yankees won, the Cardinals won.
The 1965 Plymouth Fury, the biggest, flushest Plymouth ever. 1965 Plymouth Fury. 22 big, flush models. Solidly in the low price class. Big, flush, 65 Plymouth Fury. Now, with all the roaring 65s at your Plymouth dealers. The roaring 65.
30 seconds for station identification.
WGY, WGFM, Schenectady. Make an afternoon of World Series baseball even more enjoyable with Ginger Perfect Saratoga Ginger Ale, the best mixer money can buy. It's a perfect team of just right carbonation and imported Jamaican ginger. Saratoga Ginger Ale makes a perfect mixer for your favorite drink, too. And with Saratoga Ginger Ale, you get over 10% more in every bottle. So next time you take a flavor break, reach for a tall, cold bottle of Saratoga Ginger Ale. Get Saratoga Ginger Ale at your favorite store.
All right, Mickey Mantle steps into the batter's box. Mick's been up twice, struck out both times against the fireballing, throwing Bob Gibson. Gibson with 8 strikeouts. A 1-1 ball game in the top of the 6th. The right-hander ready. His pitch is a curve, high and outside, ball 1. Mick was 2 for 5 in yesterday's ball game, both singles. Gibson kicks, delivers. It's outside, ball 2, 2-0. On deck, Elston Howard. Kurt Flood really deep in right field, shading Mantle a little bit towards right center. 2-0 pitch, low and away, ball 3. Mick takes a quick flash down at Frank Frasetti. They have an inviting right field wall here at Busch Stadium. The 3-0 pitch, Mickey swings and fouls it off. Joe, he got the green light.
You almost have to turn those big guys loose, boy. You can hit on a trademark and hit over there the way he swings. I tell you, as a catcher, for a lot of times you can always hear that back leg screw into the ground when they get that sign. He was really set, wasn't he?
He was. All right, it's 3-1 to Mickey. Gibson ready. His pitch is outside. It's ball 4. And that's the 3rd walk given up by Gibson in the ball game. One of them intentionally.
Just for my own curiosity, I never got a 3-0 hit sign, did you?
Are you kidding? Never. Okay. They had me taken on the first pitch sometimes, but it must be a great feeling.
Oh, I'd love to have had it. I thought you were going to take someone with 2 strikes.
Oh, yeah, you're in trouble. Here's Elston Howard. He has struck out in double and has scored the Yankees 1 run in the ball game. Ellie had 2 for 4 in yesterday's game. Line drive. Beautiful play by Dan Maxwell as he literally dove through the air and caught that ball while his body was off the ground, then skidded on the ground, and also heads-up base running by Mickey Mantle, not to be caught off first base. Joe, you don't see many better than that.
No, you don't, and I thought sure it'd be a double play, but once again, Mantle showing why he is such a great ball player. Waited to see what was going to happen. That Maxwell, I think he was suspended in midair.
He definitely was. There is the fielding, defensive fielding play of the game so far. All right, here's Pepitone. Joe line to third, double to left. Swing and a miss to Pepitone, strike 1.
It's a first and third situation if he gets through there with nobody out.
Oh, definitely. Man, that ball was ticketed for the alley in right center field. Well, Boyer, Grote, and Maxwell have made 3 real outstanding plays in this ball game. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2 to Pepitone. On deck, Tommy Tresh. Finely conditioned athletes. Their reflexes are simply great. Howard couldn't have hit that ball any harder on a low line drive. Gibson sets. His pitch just outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's 1 out. We're in the top of the 6th. Score tied 1-1. Second game of the 1964 World Series. Mantle leads away. The pitch is fouled back in the upper deck out of play. Pepitone comes back now to get a little of the pine tar and rosin on the rag from Tommy Tresh. Gibson checks the sign from McCarver. He sets, delivers a curve. He checked his swing. Wait a minute. It hit him. It nicked Joe Pepitone. The curveball nicked Pepitone, and it must have nicked him on his uniform shirt. And Bill McKinley arguing with McCarver, and now Johnny Keane is coming out, and Bob Gibson is coming in from the pitcher's box, and here comes Dick Grote in from shortstop, and I think Grote wants to keep Gibson away from there so that Gibson will not be ejected from the ballgame. That's what Grote's doing. Kind of an unusual play, Joe.
That was a quick-breaking curveball, and it looked like McKinley may have been asking first base umpire Ken Burkhardt, who is now walking in. Johnny Keane is out there. White is walking Gibson back to the mound more to settle him down, because one thing you don't want is a pitcher who's upset out there who may just fire one right down the middle. Now, White is over talking to Bob Gibson while Johnny Keane, Tim McCarver, and Dick Grote continue the discussion with the plate umpire Bill McKinley.
Well, from the way it looks, Joe, the Cardinals have lost that argument, but it was a very unusual play because, as Joe told you, the curve was quick and inside. Pepitone actually went halfway, started to swing, checked it, and Joe did not start for first base. That's what confused me. He turned around and evidently asked McKinley, did he hear the ball hit his shirt? And McKinley said, take first base.
Interesting, too, Phil, that out on the mound there's a big discussion. Hank Storer, who is the umpire at second base, has Boyer, Grote, Gibson, and White. He's running that meeting, while Johnny Keane and McKinley running a meeting at home plate. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Pepitone's at first base. And at second base, we have Mickey Mantle and one out. And Tresh is just listening.
Score is tied 1-1. And so we had a little excitement here in the top of the sixth inning. Gibson is throwing a couple of pitches out on the mound. And that in itself is a little unusual, I believe. All right, Tommy Tresh steps in. Tommy has struck out and received an intentional walk. Mantle at second, Pepitone at first. There's only one out. And the Cardinals, of course, hoping that Gibson has calmed down a little bit. A pitcher who has lost his temper is not too much use out on that mound. He sits. Pitch to Tresh. Ground ball is short. Through a base hit to center field as Grote go for it. Mantle scores. Holding at second is Pepitone, and the Yankees lead 2-1. So now you can see how important that call was. That was a hard ground ball. Dick Grote dove for it. Couldn't get his glove on it. Mickey Mantle scores the second run of the ball game as Tommy Tresh drives in his fourth run of the World Series. He drove in 3 yesterday with a home run and a double. Pepitone held at second base. The batter, Clete Boyer. Clete bounced to second, hit a sacrifice fly to drive in a run in the fourth inning. Stretch by Gibson. Pitch to Boyer. A curve popped high in the air to short right field. Mike Shannon drifting under it. Pepitone goes back to tag, but he's just bluffed going, and Shannon's throw comes in at second base. The Yankees saw Shannon fire that ball in from right field yesterday at second base, and they're not taking any chances.
He gave him a pretty good commercial at that, didn't he?
He sure did. A clothesline throw into second. All right, that'll bring up Mel Stottlemyre. Stottlemyre's been up twice, struck out both times. And both times, Stottlemyre's been up with men in scoring position. In the third inning with runners at second and third and 2 out. And in the fourth inning with runners at first and second and 2 out. Gibson struck him out both times. Gibson has 8 strikeouts in the ball game. Pepitone leads off second. Tresh off first. A ground ball to third. Ken Boyer has it. Runs over, steps on the bag for the unassisted putout. The score at the middle of the sixth inning is the Yankees 2, the Cardinals 1.
Say, this is Joe Garagiola. You ever notice how in some sports a youngster will make headlines for a while and then poof, sometimes when work comes in the door, interest goes right out the window. In business, too. Like the flash in the pan, who's great on selling, but short on service. And that's why it pays to do business with a Chrysler Plymouth dealer. Here's a guy who knows it takes work to keep a customer happy. So, he works. From the time you pick up the keys to your new car until the time you trade it for another, your Chrysler Plymouth dealer cares. He calls it customer care. Service that treats you like a guest. And he treats your car as well as he treats you. Mopar Chrysler parts, smart mechanics, a real car health plan. See your Chrysler Plymouth dealer, a man who keeps on caring. And right now, your Chrysler Plymouth dealer offers a free World Series spin-a-fact wheel. 60 years of World Series facts and figures, batting averages, pitching records, plus highlights of every series from 1903 to 1963. Be an instant baseball expert. Just ask your Chrysler Plymouth dealer for it.
Okay, Joe, we just get official word now from the press box that Joe Pepitone was hit just off the right thigh. It actually ticked the pants and was caught by Tim McCarver. And the Cardinal fans are still getting on Bill McKinley a little bit. But nevertheless, the Yankees lead 2-1 as we go into the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Cardinals will have Lou Brock, Bill White, and Ken Boyer facing Mel Stottlemyre. Brock has twice hit back to the box. One a soft tap and one a vicious one-hopper that Stottlemyre blocked and then picked up and threw him out. Lou has a single and a double in this series. Has driven in 2 runs and scored a run. Stottlemyre's first pitch, foul back, strike 1. Almost got the ball boy sitting to the left of home plate. Boyer in at third base. Yankee outfield straight away on left-hand hitting Lou Brock. Short windup by Stottlemyre. His curve is in there. Strike 2 called. And Mel Stottlemyre has been mixing his pitches up beautifully. Taking a little extra time. Now he's set. Here's the 2-strike delivery. A curve foul back, and Brock waited for the last possible moment to swing at that curveball. Just got a piece of it. Again, Stottlemyre looks in for the sign from Howard. His pitch inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now you can hear the fans yelling, it hit him, as Brock moved back out of the way. And McKinney will be getting this for the rest of the ball game. Most of it is good-natured ribbing. Curve is a little bit low, and the count's even at 2-2. Joe is telling you that Brock has tape on his left wrist and on one of his fingers. He's all healed up from those injuries, but it was hitting so well that he kept it on. There's a drive deep to left, but foul. And you know how superstitious ball players are, Joe.
Oh, I see. You know, it's funny when you see it. Dick Stewart, I guess, is in the
class by himself.
Yeah. So they get the feeling where they get used to it, and they don't want to take anything off.
A 2-2 count to Lou Brock. Nobody out and nobody on. Yankees leading 2-1. And Stottlemyre took too much time that time, so Brock asked for time. Steps out of the box, gets a little dirt. Bill White is on deck. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Fouled, out of play, over the roof. By the way, the attendance today is exactly the same as yesterday, 30,805. That was the attendance 2 days in a row. Again, the 2-2 pitch. A curve. This one's outside, and it's a full count. So Stottlemyre, who was ahead of Brock, 0-2, now run the string out to 3-2. And this is a fellow the Yankees would not like to see on base. Stottlemyre set now for the payoff pitch to Brock. He kicks, delivers. Foul tip in and out of the glove of Howard and back to the screen. Joe, those foul tips, the catches, they're really rough.
Oh, you're lucky when you catch a foul tip, Phil, because you think that the hitter's going to miss every pitch, so you put the glove where you think the ball's going to be, and, of course, when he ticks it, it deflects the course, and it just happens to stick in your glove. You really can't practice the play.
Again, the pitch is... Oh, and he hits Stottlemyre with a line drive, picks it up, threw it to first for the out. Now, that's 3 times that Brock has been thrown out from the pitcher to first. The first one, as we said, he hit a slow hopper. The second one, a hard one-hopper, and this one, a line drive. And Elston Howard has now called for Yogi Berra and the Yankee trainer Joe Torres, and they're going out to the mound. And I'm telling you, he couldn't get out of the way, Joe.
Howard wants McKinley to go out there, too, Phil, to take a look at his hand. He may have gotten his pitching hand into the way of that ball. Joe Torres is working on it right now along with manager Yogi Berra.
Looks like they're giving him a ball to see how it feels.
Of course, a lot of numbness occurs when you get hit like that.
And it might wear off a little later on, but I imagine I'll let him try it and see how it is. But I tell you, those pitches, they're only 60 feet 6 inches, actually less than that when they follow through from that batter.
Remember one of the great clubhouse meetings, how do you picture Ted Williams down the middle and hide behind the mound?
And they're letting Mel Stottlemyre throw a few pitches into the plate. He threw those 2 with very little effort. And it looks like he's all right. Yogi turns around now and comes back. Quite a story. Yogi Berra coming back home. And Joe Garagiola coming back home. 2 boys from the hill here in St. Louis. Bill White, looking for his first base hit in this World Series, steps in. He hits a drive to left center field. Tommy Tresh to his left. Turns now, is under it, makes the catch. He got good wood on that one to the opposite field. White had previously struck out and bounced to first, and now it's 2 away, and the batter, Ken Boyer. Boyer bounces short and flies deep to center field. A ball hit well over 400 feet to the deepest part of the park here at Busch Stadium. The Yankees leading 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kenny Boyer takes the curve, low and away, ball 1. Boyer had a sacrifice fly to drive in a run, a walk, and a single. He also scored a run. He was 1 for 3 in the first game, 0 for 2 here today. Stottlemyre's curve on the outside corner, strike called, 1-1. The fly ball hit to Tommy Tresh, by the way, was only the second fly ball hit off Stottlemyre in the ball game. Curve low, 2 balls and a strike. Mickey Mantle is giving Ken Boyer a lot of room down the right field line. The 2-1 delivery, a curve way outside, ball 3, 3-1. On deck, Dick Grote. Stottlemyre getting set on the mound. His 3-1 pitch, strike goal. Boyer had started towards first base, had taken 2 quick steps. And Bill McKinley put up that right arm and hollered strike 2, so it's a full count, 3-2. Now let's see what Stottlemyre will give him on a 3-2 count. He curved him and he swings and misses strike 3. Second time that Stottlemyre has used the curve in a 3-2 count. And at the end of the 6th inning, the score is the Yankees 2 and the Cardinals 1. Right now, we pause 30 seconds for station identification.
WGY, WGFM, Schenectady. You'll always be home safe when you buy Ginger Perfect Saratoga Ginger Ale. Its extra pale, dry flavor is bubbly, bright, and zesty, a real thirst quencher, too. And Saratoga Ginger Ale is a delicious mixer served with your favorite beverages. Saratoga Ginger Ale is a happy marriage of imported Jamaican ginger and clear, pure water with just the right touch of carbonation. Slide home today with Ginger Perfect Saratoga Ginger Ale.
In the top of the 7th inning, it'll be the top of the batting order for the Yankees to face Bob Gibson, Phil Linz, Bobby Richardson, and Roger Maris. The St. Louis Cardinals scored in the 3rd inning of this ball game when Mike Shannon singled, Dal Maxwell singled, Bob Gibson sacrificed them along, and Kurt Flood bounced to the shortstop. Yankees came back with a run in the 4th inning on a double by Howard, a double by Peppertone, a walk to Tresh, and a sacrifice fly by Boyer, and then scored the go-ahead run in the 6th inning. Here's Linz. Walk, single, bounce to short, takes the strike. Phil got his first base hit of the series here in the 3rd inning. He was 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. Gibson's pitch low and away, 1-1. Cool, overcast day here in St. Louis. The curve is line to left field, a base hit for Linz. A high curveball. Lou Brock is up with it. Linz, who likes to make that big turn, goes around and then comes back. What was that report on Stottlemyre?
Hit him on the right wrist, Phil. So it hit him a pretty good shot at that.
And as you say, I guess it did numb it for a while, but he's lucky it didn't hit him on the hand where it might have hurt one of the fingers. Here's Bobby Richardson, struck out, double to left, popped to short. Bobby squares around a bunt. It was a pitch out, and it's outside, ball one.
Phil, did you have a favorite count you like to hit and run on? I know it's a catcher. I always thought the favorite one for hit and run guys was the second pitch for some reason.
No, I used to like that first pitch a lot, Joe, because they didn't like to waste pitch outs on me, so I figured it'd be over. The pitch, Bobby squares around, the ball gets away from McCarver, bounces back to the wall, Linz around second, he's going to go to third. And he goes all the way to third base. And let's see what they call that. That ball bounced. A wild pitch charge to Bob Gibson, and McCarver could not locate it immediately. He was looking all around.
So that's the toughest play in the world for a catcher because, for one thing, that ball hits off your shin guard. You don't know which way it's gone. Everybody in the ballpark, both clubs see where it is, and you can't have any idea where it's gone, and you have to get help from somebody, and you could hear Boyer scream, you could hear Gibson scream, and finally McCarver caught it, and with a guy like Linz on, he picks up that extra base.
Yes, sir, it was heads-up base running by Phil Linz. He's at third now with 2 balls, no strikes on Richardson. A foul coming back near the screen, and McCarver throws the mask away, cannot reach it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Linz loves to run, and he had gotten a second quickly, rounded it, and then when he saw McCarver just sighting the ball and going back for it, he took right off at third. There was no chance for McCarver to get Linz. The Cardinal infield is pulled in for a possible play at the plate. The Yankees lead 2-1, and the Cardinals cannot afford to give up any more runs. Play the infield back. The windup by Gibson. His pitch, broken back, fly ball to center, a base hit. And that barrel of the bat has just gone out to shortstop as Kenny Boy is picking it up. A base hit for Richardson.
Man, you talk about an instant toothpick factory. There was a bat in his hand and the bat by shortstop. The bat almost went as far as the ball.
That's absolutely right. And, of course, with the drawn-in infield, neither Grote nor Maxwell had a chance to get that little looping fly that went into short center field. So the Yankees take the lead. 3-1, and here's Roger Maris. Maris struck out, bounced a short fly to left. Richardson leads at first. The pitch to Maris, low and away, ball 1. Still nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Stretch by Gibson. His curve is over. Strike called, 1-1. On deck, Mickey Mantle. Humphreys and Richardson loosening up in the bullpen for the St. Louis Cardinals. Gibson's pitch, a ground ball to the right side, and through a base hit as it bounced over Bill Whitehead in the right field. Richardson goes to third, and Maris holds on at first base. And I tell you, this hard infield, there was a ball that Bill White thought he was going to get. It took a high hop and went way over his head into right field. 3 consecutive singles. Mixed around a wild pitch. The Yankees have a run in. They have runners at first and third. There's nobody out. Joe, the scoreboard's got 2 runs up for this inning. I only got 1. What do you got?
I got 1
run. Yeah, the scoreboard has got 2 runs up there, but there are runners at first and third. Richardson at third. Maris at first. Here's Mickey Mantle. Mickey has struck out twice and walked. He has scored once in the ball game. And the infield is in. The pitch is over, strike call. Oh, the scoreboard has just changed as they put 1 run up. And I'd hate to be on that infield right now with Mantle at bat, and they're playing in to try and cut a run off at the plate. Maris leads off first, Richardson off third. The pitch is outside. The count is even at 1-1.
I keep telling everybody that catching is the safest position in the world. You're behind those guys in these situations.
Yeah, but Joe, you get a lot of foul tips. You come home black and blue many a night. Pitch is low, and Gibson almost fell off the mound that time, putting a little extra on his fastball. 2-1. They call them the tools of ignorance, Joe, but I think it's the quickest way to get to the big leagues, be a catcher.
And you can stay there longer. And when you finish, you can go to broadcast.
The pitch to Mickey is a curve over. Beautiful change-up curve by Bob Gibson. Evens the count at 2-2. Elston Howard on deck. Gibson really in a jam. Runners at first and third. Nobody out and 1 run in already. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to second base. Maxwell knocks it down. Can't handle it. Picks it up. Throws to first in time. They get Mantle, but a run scores. And moving to second is Roger Maris. So Mickey Mantle gets credit for a run batted in as Richardson scores. It was a tough play for Maxwell because it took the short hop and he was backing up on the ball. He knocked it down with his glove, but had no chance for Richardson at the plate. Here's Kelly was 2 for 4 in yesterday's ball game. Infield back in normal depth now. The stretch and the pitch, swing and a misses. He crowded him with a fastball. 0-2. On deck, Joe Pepitone. Maris leads away. The pitch, curve low. Nice play by McCarver. Maris had a pretty good jump that time. I think he had ideas. One ball, 2 strikes on Elston Howard. Gibson checks Maris. Foul back over the roof and out of play.
As deep as that Boyer has to play because of the full hitter and power hitter that Howard is, Maris can really get a good jump.
And Boyer is deep at third base, that's for sure. And, of course, Howard, who can hit to all fields, neither the shortstop nor the second baseman can shade over towards second and leave a big opening. All right, here's the stretch. Pitch is low, and it's a full count. Check that. It's a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Elston Howard. Pitch, ground ball is short. Nice play by Grote. He fires to first for the out. Moving over to third, Roger Maris. And here's Pepitone. Pepitone line at third. Double left, and the crowd getting on him because Joe was involved in that disputed play in the 6th inning with Mantle at first and an inside curveball. Nicked Pepitone just about skinned him off the thigh. He was given first base, and the Yankees picked up a big run. All right, 2 out. Pitch to Pepitone. A swing and a missed strike 1. On deck, Tommy Tresh. Gibson's pitch, and Pepitone tries to drag a butt and misses. Strike 2. And Joe really had a running jump on that one.
He's got Maxwell way back. Quick with 2 outs. Dell can't play short. If anything, he's going to give a couple steps the other way.
That's right. I think if Pepitone would have bunted, that would have been line drive to right field.
Probably off the screen.
All right. The 2-strike pitch, high and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yankees have had 8 base hits in this ball game. Cardinals have had 3. Gibson's pitch foul off the end of the bat. Count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Roger Maris at third base.
This would have been a tough infield for you to bunt on, wouldn't it? As fast.
Oh, that's too fast, Joe. Too fast. I like that high grass, sloping foul lines, and slow third baseman.
Sound like an architect rather than a hitter.
Gibson's pitch is low, and the count's even at 2-2. Fans are having a ball with Bill McKinley, and especially when Pepitone gets up there. Gibson ready for the 2-2 pitch. Drive to right center field. Kirk Flood digging deep to his left on the warning track. Makes the catch just in front of the wall, and what a jump he got. And now, at the middle of the seventh inning, the score is the Yankees 4, the Cardinals 1.
The 1965 Plymouth Belvedere, a new way to swing without going out on a limb. Belvedere, beauty, power, big car, and a little price. 18 models in all. 65 Plymouth Belvedere, a new way to swing. Now with all the roaring 65 at your Plymouth dealers.
For the Cardinals in the bottom of the seventh inning as the partisan crowd here at Busch Stadium stands up for the lucky seventh inning stretch. Dick Rote, Tim McCarver, and Mike Shannon to face Mel Stottlemyre. Rote has bounced to third and walked. The Yankees are leading 4-1. Roger Craig is loosening up in the bullpen as Grote takes a strike. Jerry Buchek, a utility infielder, is loosening up in the bullpen too. Grote hits a ground foul outside of third. 0-2 the count on the Cardinals shortstop. Grote has had one base hit in this World Series. Singled his first time at bat in the first game yesterday. Stottlemyre's two-strike pitch, a curve, line at the shortstop, Bill Lins. One away, a line drive, but right at Lins. That'll bring up McCarver. Tim has twice bounced to the shortstop. 0 for 2. He was 2 for 3 yesterday, a double and a triple. A left-hand batter. One out, nobody on. Stottlemyre's pitch is right in there. Strike one call. Can't find a more relaxed young man than Stottlemyre. Outwardly, anyway. There's a line drive to deep right center. Maris digging, and what a play he made! Holy cow! Joe, will you tell him about that play?
He got a tremendous jump into right center field, and I tell you, reaching one-handed, just reached out and made the play. If he is a left-handed thrower, I doubt if he makes it, because he was just outstretched as far as he could go, and it was a tremendous play by Roger Maris.
And I tell you what scared me, Joe, he was not too far from that wall when he was at full speed. But I see they've padded him since the last time I was in this ballpark.
He still would have got a pretty good jolt if he'd have been a little bit closer. He really had to run for that one. It was a cinch double, possible triple, or inside the park home run.
Right. All right, here's Mike Shannon. Single to left and scored and bounced to second base. A right-hand batter. Stottlemyre's curve is inside. Ball one. First two men have lined out here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Grote to the shortstop and McCarver to Maris and deep right center. On deck, Dal Maxwell. Stottlemyre's pitch, ground ball to short. Lins to his right, comes up with it. Fires to first in time for the out. And now, at the end of the seventh inning, the score is the Yankees 4, the Cardinals 1.
the compact that hasn't forgotten why you buy a compact. Plymouth Valiant. 18 models, easy to handle, easy on gas. All wrapped up in a bright new package. 65 Plymouth Valiant. Best all-around compact. Now with all the roaring 65 at your Plymouth dealers. Something for everyone.
We get ready to go in the top of the 8th inning with the Yankees leading 4-1. And Tommy Tresh will come on to lead off. Tommy has struck out, walked, single to center, has driven in a run. Bob Gibson on the mound. Al Downing is up again in the Yankee bullpen. Here's the first pitch to Tresh. He takes a curve right in there. Strike one call. Downing relieved in yesterday's ball game, remember. And it looks like Yogi will be going with Downing in the bullpen throughout the series. Tresh tries to bunt, misses. Boy, he had a running jump on a curveball, which was a perfect pitch for Tresh to try a drag on coming into him, and he was breaking towards first base. 0-2. On deck, Clete Boyer. A windup by Gibson. His pitch, a ground ball to second base. Maxwell backs up. He's got it. Fires to Bill White, and it's one away.
Of course, travel date in there, Phil. Downing warming up reminded me of this. They've announced Simmons and Boughton open up in Yankee Stadium, so Yogi utilizing that fine left arm of Mr. Downing to keep him in that bullpen.
That's right. I forgot about the travel day, Joe. Off day tomorrow. All right, here's Clete Boyer. He is bounced to second. Hit a sacrifice fly and fly to right. Takes a pitch low, ball one. On deck, Mel Stottlemyre. Gibson's curve, ground ball to Boyer at third, who throws Boyer out at first. So the brother act. Clete Boyer bouncing out to his brother Ken Boyer.
And you know, both of them have said the same thing. I'd like to take a base hit away from him.
They did?
Yeah, I talked to them separately. Ken said, I'd like to just take one hit away from him, and Clete said, I'd like to rob him of one.
That is unusual. You wonder what they're feeling. Got to be mixed feelings. Here's Stottlemyre. Struck out twice, bounced to third. Takes a strike. Next pitch is low, 1-1. Roger Craig has completed his warm-ups and scheduled a lead off for the Cardinals. Rather bat second. In the bottom of the 8th will be Gibson. Probably have a pinch hitter. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck, Phil Linz. Two out, nobody on. Yankees 4, Cardinals 1 in the top of the 8th inning. Gibson delivers, it's low. Counts even at 2-2. Gibson's curve, swing and a miss, strike 3. Third time he's got Stottlemyre. And at the middle of the 8th inning, the score is the Yankees 4, the Cardinals 1.
1965 Plymouth Barracuda. Spectacular low price. 1965 Plymouth Barracuda. The 65 Barracuda. Sleek, swift, seat 5. Barracuda. The back seat flips down for 7 feet of carpeted cargo space. 65 Barracuda. Bucket seats, standard equipment. Spectacular low price. Now at your Plymouth dealer.
As we get ready to play here in the bottom of the 8th inning, Bob Skinner, a left-hand hitter, will come on to pinch hit for Dal Maxville. No, check that. Carl Warwick is batting for Maxville, and Skinner is on deck to bat for Bob Gibson. Looking in the on-deck circle, never did look in the batter's box. Mel Stottlemyre ready. Delivers a line drive, a base hit for Warwick on the first pitch. And Warwick pinch hit yesterday and came up with a key base hit. A line shot to left field by Carl Warwick. On the first pitch served up by Mel Stottlemyre. Warwick batting for Maxville. Here is Bob Skinner batting for Bob Gibson. Skinner, left-hand batter. Peppertone playing in back of the runner at first. The pitch to Skinner. Hit down the left field line. And curving. Fair ball! Holy cow, that ball hit right on the foul line and bounced into the seats for a ground rule double. And there you are, Joe. That wind really helped the ball that time.
And it's a good thing that the umpire was down on that foul line. Al Smith of the American League, the umpire, right on top of that play, a fair ball. Now we're going to have a pinch runner for Skinner, Jerry Buchek, who stopped to talk to Vern Benson. And once again, Johnny Keane has gone to his bench, and his crowd's alive.
So, as Joe told you, they had those two umpires down the foul lines, and that would have been a tough one to call for the regular third base umpire, hit right on the line. And as we told you, the wind is blowing from third base out towards right field. All right, the Cardinals have runners at second and third, nobody out. They trail in the ball game 4-1. Here's Kurt Flood. Struck out, bounced to short, and bounced to second base. A pinch hit single and a pinch hit double by Warwick and Skinner. The windup by Stottlemyre. His pitch is a curve, high ball one. Howard turns around, have a little chat with McKinley. Well, he thought he had that pitch. And now Pete Mickelson gets up along with Al Downing in the bullpen. There's a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. And now Barney Schultz, the knuckleball artist, and Richardson, the left-hander, are up in the Cardinal bullpen. Craig had been up earlier. Nobody out. Stottlemyre's pitch, a ground ball, a high hopper. Boy, leaps high. He's got it. Throws to first. They get Flood by a stride. A Baltimore chop that almost went over Boyer's head. Runners held at third and second. And here comes Lou Brock, who has made life dangerous for Mel Stottlemyre today. Has hit 3 balls right back to Stottlemyre. One almost knocking him out of the game, literally. A line drive that hit off the right wrist of Stottlemyre. Lou 0 for 3. Still only 1 out. Buchek at second. Warwick at third. Infield is back. Stottlemyre's pitch is high and away. Ball 1.
Linds's shortstop has moved over a couple steps towards the bag to try to protect the middle. And Phil has pointed out the Brock has hit 3 of them that way. Linz is protecting that middle as much as he can.
All right, Joe, now we've got a 1-ball, no strike count on left-hand hitting Lou Brock. Stottlemyre's pitch. Oh, on a line drive that almost hit Warwick. Warwick had a duck in a hurry at third base. Brock just went with that pitch and kind of slapped at it, but got the good wood on it. 1-1 the count. second and third. The pitch, foul back, strike two. Bill White is on deck. Taking a little extra time. Now he's ready. His pitch, a foul at the plate. Brock just got a piece of that one. One ball, two strikes, one out, two men on. Yankees 4, Cardinals 1. Brock steps back into the batter's box. Here's the windup. The pitch outside with the curve. Counts even at 2-2. Stottlemyre goes to the rosin bag. By looking at him, you'd never know he was in a jam. Warwick leads off third. Buchek off second. The 2-2 pitch. Curve. Ground ball to Lenz. He's up with it. Goes to first base. In time to get Brock a run scored. And as Garagiola told you, Lenz had just moved over there near the bag, and Brock hit it right at him. And RBI for Lou Brock. That makes it Yankees 4, Cardinals 2 here in the bottom of the eighth. And the batter will be Bill White, who is looking for his first 1964 World Series base hit. White has struck out. Bounced to first, fly to left. Buchek, who held at second, leads away. Stottlemyre pitching from a stretch position. Delivers. It's outside. Ball one. Both the Cardinal runs have been scored the same way. On ground balls to Phil Lenz with runners at third base. And one out. Curve right in there. Strike for 1-1. Well, this guy is dangerous, Joe.
Oh, he's a real tough hitter. He can hit all over. You can see they maybe shade him just a step towards right center field in the outfield, but in left field, Tresh is pretty much straight away. He was the guy who led him in the stretch run. A tough hitter up there, but I think that impressed me more than anything, Phil, is that Stottlemyre, the way he seems to think, well, it's just another game.
That's right. You're absolutely right. Cool, calm, and collected. 1-1 on Bill White. 2 out. The stretch. Pitch, curve, a little bit low. 2 balls and a strike. Stottlemyre has been keeping that ball down, keeping the Cardinals up to this point from hitting those long fly balls. Now he's ready. His pitch gets off Howard's glove, rolls away, and going to third is Buchek. Let's see what they call that. Waiting for the official score to give a decision. A pass ball charged to Elston Howard. Now, in yesterday's ball game, Ellie was charged with 2 pass balls.
I talked to him about it before the game. He was having any problem seeing it. He says, no. He said, I saw the ball good. He said, I said, look, unusual to me. He said, he only had 3 all year.
That's right. That's hard to believe. All right, it's a 3-1 count with a runner at third. The pitch is high, ball 4. Given up by Mel Stottlemyre, and it brings to the plate Kenny Boyer, who led both leagues in RBIs for the year. Boyer has bounced a short, fly to center, and struck out. Bill White at first, Jerry Buchek at third, 2 out, and the Yankees leading 4-2 in the bottom of the 8th. Stottlemyre stretches. Pitch to Boyer. A quick swing and a miss. Strike one. Mike Huela, a left-hander, is loosening up now in the Cardinal bullpen. Boy, Johnny Keane had everybody out there this inning loosening up. Howard runs out to the mound now to talk with Stottlemyre. Well, Bill White, who just had a base on balls, reached first base for the first time in this series. 0 for 4 yesterday, and 0 for 3 today. One strike on Kenny Boyer. Stottlemyre's pitch, curve low, 1-1. Yogi has a great deal of confidence in this young right-hander, and now Yogi gets up and moving Boyer back at third base, wanting him to play a little deeper. Here's the stretch. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike two. He actually foul-tipped it. Howard held it as Bill McKinley gives us a sign now, rubbing one hand against the other. But Stottlemyre kept that ball down low, just about around the knees. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. 1 run in. The stretch. The curve is just a little bit low, man. That was pretty close to be taken in a spot like this, but that boy has got a good eye. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and 2 on. Stottlemyre leans over, gets the sign, runners lead away at first and third. His curve fouled just off the end of the bat. He just got a piece of that to keep alive.
He has stayed away from the sinker ball with Boyer. He has relied heavily on that curveball, just one right after another, and he's been able to keep it in a real good spot. The perfect spot, of course, on the outside corner, and he hasn't missed when he has missed.
You're right, Joe, because even if he does pull it, he can't get his full power into it and hit it out of the park if he keeps it out there. Stottlemyre ready. Delivers a curve, ground ball is short. Lynch comes in. He's up with the throws to Richardson for the 4th play. And now, at the end of the 8th inning, the score is the Yankees 4, the Cardinals 2.
The game continues at the beginning of side 4 after a short delay.
We pause 30 seconds for station identification.
WGY, WGFM, Schenectady. Want to be a winner? Serve your guest Ginger Perfect Saratoga Ginger Ale. It's a pale, dry ginger ale with just right carbonation and a touch of imported Jamaican ginger. It's great served ice cold in tall glasses and mixes superbly with other favorite beverages. And with full quarts of sparkling Saratoga Ginger Ale, you get over 10% more beverage. Saratoga Ginger Ale strikes out first and makes a delightful mixer, too. Get Saratoga Ginger Ale now at your favorite store.
Barney Schultz has come on to do the pitching, the knuckleball specialist, and Jerry Buchek has moved in to play second base for St. Louis as we get ready to go in the top of the 9th and the top of the Yankee batting order. Phil Linz, Richardson, and Marison. Maris will face Barney Schultz. Linz is 2 for 3, a walk, 2 singles, bounced to short. Knuckleball is low, ball 1.
I think this Linz has been the spark for the Yankees in this ballgame today, Phil.
He certainly has, Joe. Been on base 3 times, and he started that rally in the 7th inning when the Yankees picked up the 2 runs that have them ahead in the ballgame. Schultz's next pitch almost hits Linz. He goes down in a hurry. That was a fastball. Of course, you got to look for the knuckleball when you're facing Schultz, and once in a while he might be able to sneak it by you with that fastball. Ken Boyer playing even with the bag at third. Pitch to Linz, knuckleball outside, and it's 3-0. Bob Gibson worked the first 8 innings. Gave up 8 hits and 4 runs. Struck out 9 men. 3-0 pitch. Right down the middle. Strike 1 call. He aimed that one. The windup Fastball right in there, strike two. Linz had taken a start to first base. Had to come on back. Full count. And, of course, Linz, you know, Joe, was a little instrumental in the Yankees' surge with that harmonica incident.
Yeah, he had his own little concert, didn't he?
He did, and he shook things up a little bit. The curve is line foul. Out of play. Three balls, two strikes, nobody out, and nobody on. Schultz goes into the windup. Foul outside of third base. Kenny Boyer going down the line. And Brock coming on, and one near collision as the ball dropped between Brock, Boyer, and Grote. And Boyer and Brock almost collided, going at full speed. There will be no error on the play. It was in foul territory, way down near the bullpen. Still 3-2 on Linz. And now Richardson and Craig are up in the St. Louis Cardinal bullpen. The payoff pitch to Linz. Foul back to the screen. Still 3-2. Notice Schultz doesn't throw his knuckleball too often on a full count. He has thrown a couple of curveballs and one fastball. Looks in for the sign. Pitch is popped foul. Kenny Boyer near the dugout, and he can't get it. As a matter of fact, Boyer went too close to the dugout. He was searching for the railing in front of the dugout to let him know just how close he was to it, and then realized he was too far, and the ball dropped back about 2 feet beyond the reach of his glove on the playing field in foul territory. There'll be no error.
So you look at the flag in center field, and she's blowing towards right field, switching off a little bit, but the ones on the roof of the third base side really blowing out towards right field.
They are. It was a tough play for Boyer because they have that green steel fence just in front of the dugout.
We keep going. This game may be decided by barometric pressure.
That's the kind of day it's been. Cloudy and overcast. Bill Linz, who's been fouling off Barney Schultz's pitches. 3-2 count on him. Here's the windup. Kicks, delivers a ground foul outside of third. Crissetti jumps out of the way. Crow usually feels those.
Notice how quiet this crowd is, just waiting for that bottom half when they can hope for an explosion here.
Yeah, they do have a few Cardinal fans here today, Joe. Still 3-2 on Linz. He's been up there a long time leading off here in the top of the ninth. Barney Schultz ready. His pitch is hit high in the air to left field. Lou Brock going back, way back. That ball is out of here. A home run for Bill Linz to left field. So Phil Linz, who picked up that heavy bat today, sure came through with it. 2 singles. A leadoff home run here in the top of the ninth inning. And the Yankees now lead 5-2. Baseballs really carry here at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri. And here's Bobby Richardson. Bobby is 2 for 4. Struck out, double, single, popped to short. It's a line drive to short. Grote is right there. He's got it. 1 away. Brings up Roger Maris. Roger is 1 for 4 in the ball game. Has struck out, bounced to short, fly to left, and single to right. Yankees now with 9 base hits to go with their 5 runs. Cardinals 5 hits, 2 runs. Swing and a miss by Maris, strike 1. On deck, Mickey Mantle. Another knuckler outside, 1-1. Been a couple of weird plays in this ball game. The 1-1 delivery, a ground ball, and through to center field, a base hit. I tell you, those grounders pick up speed and have overspin on them as they go through with the outfield. Maris gets a second base hit. And it brings up Mickey Mantle. Now Johnny Keane is coming out. And Joe looks like he's going to bring in somebody.
He's made a motion with his left arm. Gordon Richardson, a young left-hander, is coming out of the bullpen. He'll replace Barney Schultz.
Is this the first year for Richardson, Joe?
He came up, in fact, he was more of a relief pitcher than anything else, Phil. He's not what you'd call an overpowering type pitcher. He has good control. He's another one of these guys who you'd have to put in that category of being a fearless pitcher. He's not afraid to throw strikes. Got more control of his breaking stuff than he has his fastball.
Well, Barney Schultz, who I guess has been hit more by the Yankees than he's been by any National League team since he's joined the Cardinals, pitches just 1/3 of an inning, allowing 2 hits and 1 run, the home run by Phil Linz. And Schultz leads, but he has done a tremendous job for the Cardinals. A big assist getting them into this 1964 pennant. And it's been a real exciting year for both clubs.
Yeah, you look at that line score on Phil Linz with the 3 base hits and that spark in the 7th inning. He, of course, off and on all year with the Yankees. Tony Kubek, the regular shortstop. Tony is out of the series because of an injury. Young Mike Hegan took his place on the roster, but Linz, I guess, is really filling in for Kubek.
Yes, definitely, Joe, and he has done a fine job. And, of course, he's the kind of guy you like to have around on the ball club. He's real pepper pot. And as you know from that harmonica incident, he's always getting himself in trouble, but he keeps the team on their toes.
You know, they don't mind trouble as long as you get across home plate often enough.
That's right. The great late Babe Ruth was a great example of that. So Gordon Richardson will be loosening up, and Mickey Mantle, who was standing on the right side of home plate, now swings over to the left side of home plate and will be batting right-handed. And what an advantage of being a switch hitter.
Never see that curveball break away from you. It's always breaking into you.
All right, Mickey steps up looking for his first base hit today. Mick has struck out twice, walked, scored a run, and bounced to second. Roger Maris at first base. Bill White holding him on. There's 1 man out in the top of the 9th. The Yankees leading 5-2. Stretched by Richardson. Pitch to Mantle, a curved line. Fair ball. Hit the foul line going down the left field corner. Maris around second. Digging for third. And Crissetti's waving him in. Here's the relay. Gross through to the plate. Will not be in time. And Maris scores on a double by Mickey Mantle deep in the left field corner. And the Yankees now lead 6-2. Mick wasted no time as Gordon Richardson threw him a curveball, and Mick drilled it over the bag, hit the foul line, and kicked way down in the left field corner. Before Lou Brock could come up with it, Maris scored all the way from first base. Brings up Elston Howard. Elliott struck out double to left, line to second, and bounced to short. They're going to walk Howard intentionally and pitch to Joe Pepitone. Pepitone, a left-hand batter. And Johnny Keane going with the percentages. There's ball 3 to Howard. Dick Grote cuts in back of the pitcher on the return throw by the catcher. And there's ball 4. Howard gets an intentional pass. Mantle is at second. Howard is at first. There's 1 out. 2 runs are in. And the batter, Joe Pepitone. Joe lined to third. A great play by Kenny Boyd. Took a base hit away from him. Double to left. Then he was hit by a pitch ball on a controversial play in the 6th inning that Joe Garagiola will tell you about after the game, and fly to center field. Howard leads off first. Mantle off second. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Mickey had an idea that time. Had a pretty good lead and almost got a running jump. Just did hold up. Howard's got to keep an eye on Mantle. If he sees him taking off, he's got to go. Stretch by Richardson. Look at the runner. His pitch, ground foul outside of first base. Jimmy Gleason down the right field line. Nothing in 2 on Joe Pepitone. On deck, Tommy Tresh. Been a real cool, cloudy day here in St. Louis. Richardson gets the sign from McCarver. Looks back at Mantle. Kicks, delivers low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yankees now with 11 base hits. Both teams had 12 hits yesterday. Pitch to Pepitone, low and away, and the count is even to 2-2. Cardinals will have Dick Grote, Tim McCarver, and Mike Shannon coming up in the bottom of the ninth, looking ahead. There's a drive to right field in the corner. That's going to be in for a base hit off the screen. Mantle comes on to score. Howard moves to third, and holding at first on a long line single, Joe Pepitone. And the Yankees now lead 7-2. Pepitone really belted that one. A line single, never got off about 10 feet from the ground and hit that screen. Shannon played it very well, holding Pepitone to a single. Brings up Tommy Tresh. Tommy has struck out, walk, single to center, and bounced to second. 3 runs in for the Yankees here in the top of the ninth. Howard at third, Pepitone at first. Richardson delivers. It's a curve inside. Ball 1. On deck, Clete Boyer. Still only 1 out here in the ninth inning. Hector Lopez running down to the Yankee bullpen now. Time is called momentarily. The ball had gotten away in the Cardinal bullpen. Roger Craig running in to pick it up. Richardson ready. His curve is hit down the left field line, but curving foul back into the crowd. Yankees had 2 hits in the third, 2 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth, 3 in the seventh, and 4 here in the ninth. Hector Lopez starts to loosen up in the Yankee bullpen. He'll probably go in for Mickey Mantle in the bottom of the ninth inning. The pitch to Tresh hit high in the air to right center field. Shannon over. Tagging up is Elston Howard. Shannon makes the catch. His throw to the plate. Man, he threw it all the way in on a fly. It was not in time to get Howard, but what an arm that kid has got. From deep right center into home plate on a fly. Howard did score. It's a sacrifice fly, but on the play, Pepitone moved at second. A run batted in for Tommy Tresh. That's his 5th run batted in of this series. Had 3 yesterday, 2 today. The batter, Clete Boyer. Clete has bounced to second. Hit a sacrifice fly to center, fly to right, bounce to third. And they're going to put Boyer on intentionally and load him up for Mel Stottlemyre. And Stottlemyre will be the 9th Yankee to come to bat here in the 9th inning. Joe, that's one of the rough things about batting 8th, isn't it?
Well, I've always said, Phil, that it's really the toughest spot in the lineup because if there is a chance to get a run, you get intentionally walked, and they don't give you that real good ball to hit. You got to widen your strike zone to drive in a run. Kurt Flood has come in to get glasses. The sun has come out brightly here, and while he comes in, Roger Craig makes a move out of the bullpen as Johnny Keane has come out. Keane wants the right hand of the pitch to Stottlemyre. We got all kinds of activity with really nothing happening. Brock is coming in for glasses. Stottlemyre has gone back to the bench. There's a meeting on the mound, and Craig is the new relief pitcher. Bases loaded. The Yankees have scored 4 runs here. There's an off day tomorrow, and then it opens up in Yankee Stadium with Simmons and Boughton. And right now, we pause 30 seconds for station identification.
WGY Schenectady. Take a between-innings break and refresh yourself with a favorite mixed drink made with Saratoga Vichy. It brings out the fine flavor of any beverage. Saratoga Vichy adds more zest and flavor, not raw and rough like drinks on the rocks, or dull and lifeless like drinks made with plain tap water. Saratoga Vichy is the genuine Vichy from the world-famous Saratoga Vichy Spring. Get Saratoga Vichy in the green bottle with the bright yellow label wherever you shop. Ask for it by name, Saratoga Vichy.
Continues to warm up the relief pitcher, and down in the Yankee bullpen, Hector Lopez is warming up along with Ralph Terry. As Phil mentioned, Lopez will probably go in as a replacement for Mantle.
Joe, the unusual thing about this Cardinal lineup, only 3 men have had previous World Series experience. Craig is one of them on the mound with the Brooklyn Dodgers, and Dick Groat and Bob Skinner.
It's a young ball club, too, Phil, when you make it down.
And when you look ahead to the future years the Cardinals have with this club, things look pretty good. All right, the batter is Mel Stottlemyre, who has struck out 3 times and bounced to third base. Pepitone at second, Boyer at first. There's a curve, strike 1 called. Stottlemyre started to swing and evidently went far enough around. The Yankees leading 8-2 in the top of the 9th. Craig's curve, swing and a miss, strike 2. Brad Joel asked me what kind of a hitter Stottlemyre was before the game. I said he got 5 for 5 in the last game he played, but that was against American League pitching, Joe. The stretch and the curve is strike 3 called. 4 runs for the Yankees, and at the middle of the 9th inning, the score is the Yankees 8, the Cardinals 2.
This is Joe Garagiola. Say, you ever notice how in some sports a youngster will make the headlines for a while and then poof? Sometimes when work comes in the door, interest goes right out the window. In business, too, like the flash in the pan, who's great on selling, but short on service. And that's why it pays to do business with a Chrysler Plymouth dealer. Here's a guy who knows it takes work to keep a customer happy. So he works. From the time you pick up the keys to your new car until the time you trade it in for another, your Chrysler Plymouth dealer cares. He calls it customer care. Service that treats you like a guest. And he treats your car as well as he treats you. Mopar Chrysler Parts, smart mechanics, a real car health plan. See your Chrysler Plymouth dealer, a man who keeps on caring. And right now, your Chrysler Plymouth dealer offers a free World Series spin-a-fac wheel. 60 years of World Series facts and figures, batting averages, pitching records, plus highlights of every series from 1903 to 1963. Be an instant baseball expert. Just ask your Chrysler Plymouth dealer for it.
Okay, Joe, and Hector Lopez has gone into play. The stretch. Pitch to Shannon. Ground ball is short. Lynch to his right. Has it. Richardson a 1. Back to first. Double play and a beauty. And I want to tell you, you had to see that one. Lenz had to go far to his right. Skidded to a stop. Threw off balance to Richardson. And Bobby's return throw doubled up Shannon. So 2 quick outs. And let's see. Who is the batter? Charlie James is coming up to bat. Right-hand hitter takes a curve on the outside corner. Strike 1 call. 2 out. Nobody on. Curve, strike 2. He swung far enough around. He held up, but the bat had gone by the plate. Two strikes, 2 out. No one on. The Yankees 8. Cardinals 3 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Stottlemyre kicks, delivers a curve that's inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Young right-hander gets the sign from Howard. Curve swing and a miss, strike 3. That's it. The Yankees win it 8-3. The final score of the game, the Yankees 8 and the Cardinals 3. And in just a moment, we'll review the highlights of the game for you. And right now, let's turn it over to Joe Garagiola.
Thank you very much, Phil. Well, the whole story, as far as the Yankee victory, was the simple combination of all baseball games that you win, good hitting and good pitching. Mel Stottlemyre, the whole story here, as he really set the Cardinals down. He had a real good sinker ball. He started out Bob Gibson, the losing pitcher, struck out 8 men in the first 4 innings, and it was a pitcher's battle until the Yankees got a big break. A wild pitch figured in on the big break for the New York Yankees, and there was a hit batsman in that 6th inning that figured in on a big break. But then they broke loose with 4 runs in the 9th inning. So the Yankees win this ball game 8-3, but the whole story has to be Stottlemyre. Mel Stottlemyre, who evens it up. And this is a kid they brought up, and you heard Phil Rizzuto talking about it all during the ball game, about his poise and how cool and how collected he could be. And he showed that because the only time he really got in serious trouble was in the 8th inning when Johnny Keane went to the Cardinal bench and Carl Warwick got his second pinch hit. That was a single. And then Skinner doubled down the left field line, and it was 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. Flood bounced out. Brock bounced out a run scoring. White walked, and then the ever-dangerous Ken Boyer was up there, but he got him on a force play, and that was it. The line score, 8 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Yankees, 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the St. Louis Cardinals. The winner was Stottlemyre, the loser was Bob Gibson. So the World Series now stands 1 apiece. The Cardinals won the first game 9-5. The Yankees win the second game here this afternoon 8-3. Now there's an off day, a travel date, and then on Saturday in Yankee Stadium, once again, we will continue. And the starting pitchers announced by both managers will be Curt Simmons for the St. Louis Cardinals and Jim Bouton for the New York Yankees. Our producer today has been Ken McGregor. Our engineer, Howard Gunther. Now, this broadcast is authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the Commissioner of Baseball solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. And any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Commissioner of Baseball is prohibited. Now be sure to tune in Saturday at 12:45 Eastern Daylight Time for the 3rd game of this exciting 1964 World Series, when your hosts, as today, again will be Gillette, the people who know men best, and Chrysler Corporation, maker of Plymouth, Dodge, Dodge trucks, Chrysler, and Imperial.